Welcome back to Old Charles. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coins, and this time we'll take a closer look at the 1997 United States $1 coin. We'll explore its history, design, value, and condition factors that affect its price in the coin collecting world. So, if you've ever wondered whether that 1997 dime in your pocket change could be worth more than face value, stay tuned till the end. The United States dime has a long and rich history, first introduced in 1796. But the modern design we know today, featuring President Franklin D. Roosevelt, was introduced in 1946 to honor him after his death in 1945. Roosevelt was deeply connected to the March of Dimes campaign, which worked tirelessly to combat polio, a disease he himself struggled with. By 1997, the Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for over 50 years. The 1997 dime continues this tradition and was struck at three different mints: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, D; San Francisco Mint, S. Proof coins. The Philadelphia and Denver dimes were made for circulation, while the San Francisco dimes were specially made proof coins for collectors. On the obverse or front side of the coin, we see President Roosevelt's portrait, with the word Liberty on the left, "In God We Trust" below, and the year star 1997 star to the right. If there's a mint mark, it will appear just above Roosevelt's shoulder. In the reverse, we find a torch, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace, and an oak branch representing strength and independence. Around the design are the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and the denomination 1 dime. Now, let's get to the exciting part: value ***. Most 1997 dimes that you find in your pocket change are still worth only 10 cents.
Why?
Because billions were minted, making them very common. However, the real value depends on mint mark, condition, and rarity of errors. Over 1.2 billion were made. Circulated examples are worth face value, but uncirculated coins can sell for $1 to $3 depending on condition. Over 1.3 billion were struck. Just like the Philly dime, circulated coins are worth 10 cents, while uncirculated ones can fetch $1 to $3. These were specially made for collectors. A standard proof coin is worth $2 to $5, while deep cameo or high-grade proofs can be worth $10 or more. Some 1997 dimes with minting errors can be worth far more. Collectors pay a premium for unusual mistakes, like where the design is misaligned. Value ranges from $10 to $100+, depending on how far off-center it is. Where the coin shows doubling in letters or numbers. Value can range from $20 to $200, depending on severity. Where part of the coin's edge is missing. These can bring $10 to $50 or more. Rare mistakes on San Francisco proof dimes can sometimes fetch hundreds of dollars if certified by grading companies. Condition plays a major role in determining value. Coin collectors use the Sheldon grading scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. Heavy wear, worth just face value. Moderate wear, still worth face value. Light wear, worth slightly more than face value. No wear, bright luster, worth $1 to $3. Near perfect coins can sell for $10 to $50 at auction. In fact, some 1997 D dimes graded MS-68 by PCGS have sold for over $1,000 at auctions because of their rarity in such pristine condition. So, to wrap it up, the 1997 United States $1 dime is generally worth only its face value in circulation. But if you have a proof coin, an uncirculated high-grade example, or an error coin, it could be worth a lot more, sometimes even hundreds or thousands of dollars. To really understand the 1997 dime, we need to step back in time and explore the long and fascinating journey of the United States 10-cent piece. The very first dime was authorized under the Coinage Act of 1792, the same legislation that established the U.S. Mint. The word dime itself comes from the French word dime, meaning tithe or 1/10, since it represents 1/10 of a dollar. The earliest dimes, struck in 1796, featured the draped bust design, created by artist Gilbert Stuart and engraver Robert Scott. These coins were small, made of silver, and had no denomination printed on them. People simply knew their value. Over the years, the design changed several times, from the draped bust to the capped bust in 1809, and then to the seated Liberty dime in 1837. The seated Liberty dime circulated for more than 50 years and was a symbol of America's growing confidence as a young nation. By 1892, the dime's design changed again to the Barber dime, named after Charles Barber, the mint's chief engraver. This design lasted until 1916, when it was replaced by one of the most beautiful coins ever minted, the Winged Liberty head dime, more popularly known as the Mercury dime. It featured a young liberty with a winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought. The Mercury dime was struck from 1916 until 1945, and it became an icon during both World Wars. In 1946, everything changed. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II, passed away in April 1945. Just a year later, the Mint introduced the Roosevelt Dime to honor him. Roosevelt's connection to the March of Dimes campaign, which fought polio, made the dime the perfect coin to bear his image. The Roosevelt Dime design, created by Chief Engraver John R. Sinek, has remained in use from 1946 to the present day, with only slight modifications. For decades, these dimes were struck in silver, but due to rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965. Fast forward to 1997. By this time, the Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for more than 50 years. The 1997 dime continued the legacy of the Roosevelt design and was produced at 3 different U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced billions of circulation strikes, while San Francisco made proof coins exclusively for collectors. 1997 was also part of an era when coin collecting was regaining popularity in the United States. Just 2 years later, in 1999, the U.S. Mint would launch the famous 50-state quarters program, which inspired millions of Americans to start collecting coins again. But the 1997 dime is a quiet reminder of stability and continuity in U.S. coinage. When you look at a 1997 dime, you're not just holding a simple 10-cent piece. You're holding the product of over 200 years of coinage history. In America, from the early silver dimes of 1796 all the way through the Roosevelt series that continues today. Now let's talk about one of the most important factors that determines the value of the 1997 dime, its condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. 2 dimes from the same year and mint can have completely different values, depending on how well they've been preserved. Collectors use the Sheldon grading scale, which runs from 1 to 70, to measure condition. Let's break it down in detail. Light wear is visible on the highest points of Roosevelt's hair and cheek. At this grade, the coin is attractive but still worth just 10 to 25 cents even in XF condition. 1997 dimes are too common to bring much value. Here's where things start to get interesting. Uncirculated condition ***, also called mint state. These coins were never used in commerce, so they keep their original mint luster. A coin with no wear but many marks and scratches from the minting process. Worth about $1 to $2. A slightly nicer coin with better luster and fewer marks. Worth around $2 to $3. A beautiful coin with strong luster, only minor flaws, and excellent eye appeal. These can sell for $5 to $10. Very rare for 1997 dimes, showing nearly perfect surfaces with sharp details. Such coins may be worth $50 to $200. This is the level of perfection. These are extremely rare and often only found in coins professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A 1997 D dime in MS-68 has sold for over $1,000 at auction, proving just how important condition is. The 1997 S-proof dimes are a special category. Proof coins are struck with polished dies and specially prepared planchets, giving them mirror-like fields and frosted devices. Standard proof, graded PR65, is worth about $2 to $5. A deep cameo proof, PR69 DCAM, with strong contrast between frosted designs and mirror surfaces, can bring $20 to $50. The rarest are PR70 deep cameo, which are considered absolutely perfect. These flawless coins can sell for hundreds of dollars, since collectors pay big premiums for perfection. It's not just about grading. Other factors influence how a 1997 dime's condition is preserved. Coins stored in albums, flips, or protective capsules maintain their quality longer than those tossed in jars or handled often. Collectors prize original mint luster. Once it's lost due to cleaning or wear, the coin's value drops. Some coins are weakly struck, meaning the details weren't sharp when they left the mint. Even uncirculated examples can look soft. Many people make the mistake of polishing coins. This destroys the natural surfaces and can reduce the value dramatically. A cleaned 1997 dime, even if it looks shiny, is usually worth only face value. To give you an idea of how much condition matters, let's look at a few real auction records. A 1997 P dime graded MS-68 by PCGS sold for over $1,000. A 1997 D dime graded MS-68 fetched nearly $1,200. A 1997 S-proof dime graded PR-70 DCAM has sold for more than $500. These sales show that while most 1997 dimes are common and worth face value, the highest graded examples can be highly desirable and command big money. So in summary, the condition of the coin is the single biggest factor in determining the value of a 1997 dime. A worn dime in circulation is worth just 10 cents, but an uncirculated gem or perfect proof can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That's why coin collectors pay such close attention to grading, luster, strike, and storage. The next time you come across a 1997 dime, take a closer look. You might just have a hidden treasure in your hands.